Last week against the Washington Commanders, Reed Blankenship really struggled in the game. There was a lot of reporting that came out after the game about how he was frustrated in the locker room with his performance. He said, quote, "I didn't get my job done today, but at the end of the day, you've got to go back and fix your mistakes." This week against the Cowboys, would he fix those mistakes and have a bounce-back game? Let's go look at some of my favorite plays. This first play comes on the opening drive. This is the Cowboys' opening third down. They put CeeDee Lamb in the slot. By the way, shout out to CeeDee Lamb for wearing white socks while most of the receivers wear blue. It made him really easy to find on these videos. CeeDee Lamb is in the slot, and Reed Blankenship is in man coverage on CeeDee Lamb. Now, you can argue this is a bad decision to put Reed Blankenship on the best receiver the other team has, and I would agree with you. Regardless, that's how it plays out on this play. And as we watch it here, CeeDee Lamb is going to run like a corner route. He's going to get that inside release. He's going to threaten that, right? He wants to get you looking inside, and then he's going to break to the corner. And you expect this to get open against a safety. I think Reed Blankenship does a really good job here. Now, granted, could you flag this? You probably could. I think he does a good job of letting go at the top here. It slows him down just enough that it doesn't get called. That's pretty good coverage, especially when you're talking about a safety. So I thought that was a really good job by Reed Blankenship. Get you off the field on third down on the opening drive. Now let's go to one where I think people have unfairly blamed Reed Blankenship. So the Cowboys they're on the goal line. They're going to motion someone across the formation. This changes your responsibilities when Eli Ricks follows CeeDee Lamb. You notice how Reed Blankenship moves from the A down here. He's going to be responsible in man coverage for the tight end. Here's the problem. This is, call it an RPO, call it a play fake. I don't care. The main thing is, you've got the running back coming this direction. Now, he doesn't get the ball, but Nolan Smith dives down on that. This is a scrape exchange. You've heard people talk about using that to defend the read option. The defensive end dives down. That means he has to be replaced in case the quarterback runs this by somebody, usually a linebacker. In this case, it's Reed Blankenship. So you see Nolan Smith gets upfield here. And because Nolan Smith is getting upfield, there just has to be this hesitation from Reed Blankenship. The Cowboys run like the little slant flat thing that the Eagles like to run. And just this hesitation from Reed Blankenship where he has to be responsible for Dak, but he's also responsible for the flat. He's still able to get out and make contact, although it goes for a touchdown. Sometimes you just tip your hat to the opposing coaching staff for making a great play call. I don't put this one on Blankenship. That's a play that can't be made. You read Blankenship and you make him wrong, just like we've talked about on read options for the Eagles. So let's move on from potential Reed slander that I don't like. Let's talk about another really good defensive play he has on CeeDee Lamb. This time, he's going to be in man coverage on CeeDee Lamb in the slot. Once again, not the matchup that I would choose. Lamb is going to run like a pivot route. He's going to sit down and then break outside. And I just think Reed does a really good job closing. I mean, look at the depth he's closing from 9 yards off here to make a play on an underneath ball. We won't talk about the fact that Zach Cunningham is responsible for this guy in man coverage and just lets him go. Dak should have made this throw right here. Now, Dak's progression's on the front side, so I don't really fault him for missing that. He never looks at it. He's looking at CeeDee Lamb. He's got the matchup he wants, but sits down. Lamb comes flying, Reed comes flying to the inside, but he's able to plant that foot and get out and make a play on the ball. Gets just enough of it with his fingertips to cause CeeDee Lamb to drop this. Now, should Lamb have caught this? Absolutely, but watch here. Blankenship flying downhill from the back view. Lays out, just barely gets enough of it. And it goes for an incompletion. I thought that was a really good play by Blankenship as well. This time the Eagles are going to be in a cover 3 zone. So Reed Blankenship is responsible for the deep middle. We've got underneath zones. All right, and we've got middle zones. Now the Cowboys are going to have CeeDee Lamb just sit down right here. And they've got an in route from the slot receiver. They're really trying to stretch this defender and this defender. and then behind that they have a post route breaking over the middle. Ideally, you want to throw this post route, but it relies on the linebacker biting underneath, and that's what's going to happen as we start to roll the tape. You see right here, Nicholas Morrow has to let the tight end go at this point, and he steps down to number 9. This is the easier throw, and now you've got your tight end breaking into all this space. And I thought Reed Blankenship does a really good job of recognizing this. Like right here as he's passing Nicholas Morrow, watch, he plants and gets downhill, able to just get a hand on it at the catch point. And of course you get the hit coming from behind as well here. So again, I thought this was a really good job by Blankenship reading this out, driving down on it, knowing it's the only threat. You get the hit, you get the collision at the catch point, not a catch. And then we go to the 4th and goal stop. Now this one looks similar as the last time that they scored a touchdown. You're going to run slant flat, right? 4th and goal. You're in a 2-by-2 formation. You've got a running back in the backfield, but there's 2 key differences on this play that allow Reed Blankenship to get out to the flat and make a play. The first one is the Cowboys don't run a play fake here. This is just a straight drop back pass. The second thing is, even if it was a play fake, watch Josh Sweat's rush angle. So watch Josh Sweat right here first at the top of the screen. Notice how he gets upfield a little bit more. And so if this were a play fake, he's going to be able to, prevent Dak from scrambling out. So obviously that's kind of a moot point because it's not a play fake. It's just a straight drop back pass. The left tackle's moving backwards. This means Reed Blankenship can just worry about his guy right here in the slot. And watch, there's no hesitation in him diving down here. Boom, he's down, avoids the pick. That's a really good catch. It's a good throw. It's ultimately short of the goal line. As you can see, Reed Blankenship had some really high impact plays in this one. He had 2 pass breakups. He recorded several tackles. I thought he had a really good bounce back game against a good Dallas offense. Reed Blankenship's been a really fun player to watch. One of my favorite guys to watch grow throughout this season. Hopefully he's able to stay on the field in the second half of the season and not get banged up. I can't wait to watch him grow over the course of the rest of this season.